Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, February the 3rd. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram, I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. Last night the Canucks put together a very impressive victory over the Colorado Avalanche, 5-1. I wasn't watching the game. As many of you know, I was emceeing a wedding reception, but I was certainly keeping tabs on the game. In fact, some people were asking me throughout the night, or they recognized me from my Canucks videos, which is kind of cool. And I was even able to give all the guests there, all 150 guests, score updates as we went throughout the night. So a very impressive win. I wouldn't say it was so I came home and watched the game afterwards. Made for a late night, but it was worth it. It's always nice watching a Canucks game after they've won a game on PVR. And I wouldn't say it was a dominant victory because the Avalanche had more power play opportunities. They had more shots on goal and they had more hits. But I would say for the Canucks that it was a complete victory. The entire team contributed. You look at the ice time, and that bears it out. For the defensemen, you know, you had Edler and Hutton at the top with 23, 22 minutes, and then Pouliot at the low man at 11. But everyone else from Gudbranson up was 16 and up. And even more so on the forwards. You know, the top guy, so I think, was only 17, 18 minutes, and Horvat only had less than 17 minutes for once instead of 21 or 22. Nikolai Goldobin was the low man, but he still had 11 and a half minutes. So all the forwards were basically between that 11 and 17 minute mark. And obviously the Canucks were able to do that because they got out to the early lead, so you didn't have to overplay the Besters and the Horvats and the Pattersons of the world, not of the world, of the team, because they weren't fighting from behind. They weren't trying to score goals. Rather, they're trying to protect goals. Of course, build on their lead, but in essence, protect the lead. And that's why the bottom six had such a strong showing last night. Not only had a strong showing, but got a lot of minutes. So that's why Beagle, Eriksson, and Mott were playing a lot. That's why Sutter, Virtanen, and Roussel were playing a lot. So overall, a very complete win. You had strong play from the forwards, all balanced attack, which I'll get to in a second. You had good defensive play. You know, the only goal to beat Markstrom was a tip-in, actually, a deflection by Calvert, and then I believe it was, and then so defense played fine, and Markstrom played very well. You know, making I think 33 or 34 saves. I can't remember off the top of my head, but obviously he played well and looked solid, looked very confident all game. So we didn't have to worry about the rust. We didn't have to worry. You know, both Colorado and Vancouver hadn't played since January 23rd, so they had the same amount of time off. Canucks, you know, you might have worried a little bit that their first game of the road trip was in Colorado because of the altitude and everything, but they came out great. You know, Virtanen scoring within 2 minutes of the sweet backhand sauce from Antoine Roussel. So let's talk about Roussel and Virtanen. I've mentioned in the last couple of videos that they play well together. They play a similar game. You could argue that Virtanen is a bit faster. You know, he is faster than Roussel, but Roussel, I say, has better hands than Virtanen. But the one thing, and I think either Virtanen or Roussel, one of them mentioned it in one of their intermission interviews, is that they play a similar game, and that especially when they're breaking out together, out of their zone, they can kind of read off each other quite well. And you saw that on that 2-on-1 goal, right? They came out of their zone, and Roussel carried the puck down the right wing and did a really nice, drew the defender, did a really perfect backhand saucer pass, actually, where it landed right on Virtanen's tape, and all he had to do was tip it past the goalie, so Varlamov. So that was a great goal, and it showed you know, a bit of chemistry between them. So I think they are a perfect fit for a third line. You know, you don't expect them to put up 40, 50 points this season, but maybe if they get your 25, 30, 35 points, that's good, right? Virtanen's got 12 goals now. I think Roussel only has 7 goals, but they both scored last night. They both had 2 points, and needless to say, they were probably our best players last night with a goal and assist each, and playing very well together. Also, our big three, they got 1 point each: Horvat, Besser, and Patterson. Horvat and Patterson with assists. Patterson's assist on Brock Besser's really nice goal from the slot, and it turns out to be the game-winning goal, and that was a really nice rip, actually, from Besser. Nice to see. So if you have guys like Virtanen and Roussel having 2-point nights, then Horvat, Besser, and Patterson are big three. They don't have to have multi-point nights all the time. They can just go along and get their 1 point a game. And 1 point a game is still good, right? That's 82 points over a full healthy season. And I think we take that from Besser and Horvat for sure. Patterson will likely exceed that a few times in his career. So if you have guys like Virtanen and Roussel, like I said, getting 2-point nights, having Goldobin and Mott score, you know, that's really, really good. And then that takes a lot of pressure off of Horvat, Besser and Patterson. We saw that in the ice time. We saw they're not being taxed in the third period as the Canucks are in a tie game or fighting from behind. Rather, they're simply protecting a lead and not coasting for sure, but they're protecting a lead. Great to see Goldobin score. A really nice shot on the second power play unit that went 1 for 2. They didn't look great in the first opportunity, but the second one they were fine. And it was actually a really nice pass from Josh Levo. Fake the slap shot from the face-off circle and cross pass to Goldobin, who put it in. I really like a lot of the movement I saw from the Canucks forwards. I like the way they were back checking. I like the way they're breaking out. I like the way they're forward checking. So overall, a very complete game. And it bodes well for the rest of this road trip. And with the win, the Canucks vaulted. They went past Colorado, and now they are, at least for now, they are in sole possession of the 8th playoff spot, the second wild card spot. And it was a good night for actually scoreboard watching, because of the other 7 teams, Colorado being one of them, of course, 5 of them lost and only 2 of them won. I think only St. Louis and Dallas won. But Colorado, of course, Edmonton, Arizona, Minnesota, and I'm missing one. Someone else in there. I can't remember at the top of my head, but I know they're... Oh, Anaheim. So 5 of the other 7 teams that the Canucks were watching lost, and only 2 of them won. So the result is the Canucks are in 8th. They're in the second wildcard spot with 54 points in 52 games. Next up is Philadelphia, Washington, and then Chicago to fill out this road trip. And yeah, I just want to really check in with that quick update. We're going to go now for my mom's birthday lunch. She turns 78 years old now. So happy birthday to my mother, Joyce. Going to enjoy some Japanese food, and then going to come back and watch the Super Bowl and do an assignment for a course I'm working on. But having said that, Canucks fans, we'd love to hear your reflections, your insights, your observations from last night's game. Do you agree with me about the Virtanen and Roussel pairing? You know, they played well with Sutter last night, and they played. I remember they had a really good game with Bo Horvat before Christmas. So maybe Travis Green will keep those 2 guys together while he tinkers with what his top 6 looks like. But I really like I said, the balance between the top 6, the bottom 6, and the fact that no forwards were taxed with crazy ice time. So Canucks fans, leave a comment below. I'd love to read, react, and reply. What were your impressions of the game? What are your impressions of the team? Do you like the mix? Do you like the personnel right now? Does it scare you leading up to the trade deadline? That's going to come up very quickly in about 3 weeks. I'd love to read, react, and reply. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Enjoy your day. Enjoy a day basking in the Canucks victory. Lots of high hopes around this team. I'll stop saying that maybe by the end of the season, but I'm still pumped up about the song we released with the team. All right, have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.